I'm all at sea. Come rescue me. I'm just an island in a stream. I'm all at sea. Hey. Voice is a bit thin this morning. The voice feels a bit thin, a bit early in the day, really. Thanks. Oh, prazer.
I'll be your reporter.
Oh, okay. My interviewer.
Yeah.
Okay. Be gentle with me, it's early.
Surely.
Okay,
surely.
thank you.
Just for the record, just so you know, we are transmitting live.
Ooh,
YouTube.
okay.
From this moment.
Right, okay.
And that's it. If you want to introduce the songs.
Okay. All right, sure. Yeah, okay. When did you tell me when to go?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Ok, aí, Luiz. Mário. Oi. Tudo certo? Já tá gravando. Pode ir. Tá no ar. You can say to this camera, right?
Okay.
The name of the song and...
All right.
Say your name first.
My name? Meu nome? Wayne Hussey. Ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, okay. Okay. Meu nome é Wayne Hussey. 11 horas 20 minutos. Brasileira. First song, Shades of Green. I'm lying in the dark, listening to the rain. Reminds me of you, it makes me sad all over again. You measure spoons and size, you hand me down whispered alibis. It's easy to forgive, but it's so hard to forget. It's easy to see how deceit becomes regret. Can see number apart how your mind played tricks on my heart. And I never knew that you weren't true. There's so many shades of green, and I never believed that you would ever deceive. So many shades of green. So sleep with the snakes and enjoy the viper's kiss. I want you to know there's nothing about you that I miss. Don't wish you any pain, but I don't ever want to see you again. And I never knew that you weren't true. There's so many shades of green. never believed that you would ever deceive. There's so many shades of green. So just shut your mouth, heard it all before. Shut it, just shut it, I don't want to hear anymore. Never knew that you weren't true. There's so many shades of green, and I never believed that you would ever deceive. There's so many shades of green, and you never knew that I was also untrue. There's so many shades of green, and you never believed that I would ever deceive. There's so many shades of green. Right, okay. Next one's a little gentler. This is Like a Child again. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the dark when I sleep with you. With you. And I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling strong again when I'm with you. With you. And it hits me just like a runaway train, and it blows me away just like a hurricane. You make me happy, and I hope you feel the same. You make me feel just like a child again. I'm not trapped anymore between dawn and the whore when I lay with you. With you. And the days run away like wild horses run away when I'm with you. With you. And I'm breathing wind, just like the morning air, and I'm wrapping you around, just like skin to wear. You make me happy, and I hope you feel the same. And I'm in heaven, and it feels like gentle rain. You make me happy, and I want you to feel the same. You make me feel just like a child again. Change the guitar for a 12-string. This is a really old song. Severino. She's got her head in the clouds, she's got stars in her eyes, and she's dancing with a dream in her heart. she's dancing amongst the magic dust. She believes in the midnight trance. She believes in love is love. She's dancing amongst the magic dust. Severina, Severina, such a baby born to heaven. Severina, Severina, Severina. She's got a heart full of promise. She's got a hand in her heart, and she's dancing by the light of the moon. She's got a head full of secrets, sworn to the faith, love and the will, and she's dancing by the light of the moon. Severina, Severina, she's a gift of the gods, and she's dancing. Severina, Severina, Severina. Thank you. Okay.
I'm gonna plug you in the toilet.
Okay. Sure. Oop. Thank you. It's a bit early though, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a little bit early.
Yeah?
Yeah, really.
It was a great set. There's no problem that all of this is happening because we're transmitting like a making of.
Okay.
In this
What's that mean?
Oh, it's like so that people can see that the recordings will be making the.
live anymore. She's how can I say? She gets a little bit. Doesn't like to travel. She doesn't like to fly for one, and she gets a little bit timid, scared of big crowds.
I see.
So she doesn't like to tour. Yeah, which is fair enough. Each to their own. But we may make another record together. I don't know. We've talked about it, but the next thing I want to do is a Mission record, actually.
Really?
A new Mission record.
Nice.
New songs. Yeah.
We're gonna have some exclusive information.
Yeah. Well, it's not been officially said before. So if you want to ask that question, yeah, you get the first. You get the exclusive.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to know that. But you already have material? Is it?
No, not really. I mean, we just finished about a month ago. We just finished a South American tour, and we've finished up in a few shows in Europe. And at the end of that, we had a little meeting. We said, yeah, let's make a new album. So we're going to kind of spend the next 9 months writing songs separately, and then fire files back and forth to each other across the internet and say, what do you think of this? And yeah, we'll put this bit with this bit, and then we'll get together. The rough plan is to get together next April and rehearse and record.
I see.
And then see how it goes, really.
Interesting that you have already a plan, like 9 months, is that?
Yeah, well, you need to write the songs first. You can't just go in and record an album. I mean, saying that, I did that the other week in Sweden. I went and recorded an album with a poet. And we had no songs. We just had a week in the studio, and we did a whole album in a week. Just wrote the music and recorded it.
Sorry, which record? Bear?
No, this is with a poet in Sweden.
Oh,
a spoken word record.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great, good experience.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
Nessa aqui, tá, João?
Tá rolando então? I'm just going to introduce in Portuguese and then...
Okay, I did that already.
Okay. Oh, is that we're like a YouTube partner. And the videos that we have here, they're going to be separate clips.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's why. Pode ir?
Essa aqui tá na internet.
This one. Essa daqui tá. Ah, yeah. They reminded me that I tell you about that. We're transmitting live through that camera.
The one there, in the middle?
In the middle, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And those other are recording
It
ones.
doesn't matter where I look, really. I can look over there.
Pode ir lá?
Vamos lá, João.
Caro espectador, saravá. Aqui é João Vicente, estou na companhia de Wayne Hussey, vocal do The Mission e que vai fazer um show solo neste final de semana em São Paulo. Ele veio ao Showlivre.com dar uma canja acústica e bater um papo. How are you doing?
Very well. Let me just correct you, actually. My name is not Wayne, it's Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne sounds like a dog's name to me.
Really?
Okay, I know no, that's how you pronounce it in Brazil, but I prefer Wayne.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to correct it. Vamos lá de novo?
Vamos lá.
Caro espectador, saravá. Aqui é João Vicente, estou na companhia de Wayne Hussey, vocalista do The Mission. Eu errei de novo?
That's very good. No. This is fine. It's fine. Wayne, it's fine. Right? Yeah, it's fine.
Wayne.
It's fine.
Wayne?
Woof woof. It's fine.
Okay. In the middle of the interview, I'm going to mistake it again.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bom, agora vai. Wayne. Puta merda. Caro espectador, saravá. Aqui é João Vicente, estou na companhia de Wayne Hussey, vocalista do The Mission e que vai fazer um show solo neste final de semana em São Paulo. Ele veio ao Showlivre.com dar uma canja acústica e bater um papo. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. That was a lot better.
Okay. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. Although it's a little early for me.
To rock stars, to rock.
Well, I'm usually up at this hour of day, but I'm not usually singing and playing guitar, so it's a little kind of...
And being asked questions like...
Yeah. Takes a little while to get into the day, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so this weekend you're going to do a concert, right?
Yeah.
And how the band is going to be?
The band? It's not a band.
Just
me on my own, yeah.
Yeah.
For the money, you only get me.
I see.
You have to pay a bit more if you want the band.
Okay. And about the set list, what can we expect?
Well, what can I tell you? Actually, there's about 60 or 70 songs. I actually have a book with me on stage.
of lyrics, because I can't remember the lyrics to all my songs. There's a lot, and I kind of have an idea of what I start with and what I'm going to finish with, and the rest of it really is a journey, depending on how I feel, how the communion is with the audience, and what the audience want to hear, and, you know, maybe how much red wine I've had to drink, you know, that kind of thing, all those kind of factors. And you know, so I mean, obviously there'll be certain songs that are played, you know, that I know the audience want to hear, so, you know, I will give them some of them, but then the rest of it will be a little journey.
So people can expect like hits?
Some
of them?
Yeah, not all of them.
And it's nice to know that requests are going to be responded.
Again, not all of them, but some.
Okay.
It depends if they're in my book.
I see.
Yeah.
And about cover songs?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh.
Yeah, I play some covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you like anticipate some of them? Or at least one of them?
Again, what can I say? Yes, I can tell you that I will be playing Like a Hurricane.
Okay.
But there are others which would probably be a bit more surprising.
I see. And I heard that that it was sold out like in a few hours.
Yeah, that was a nice little surprise. Yeah, it's good.
Nice to know.
That's all the family bought the tickets, you see.
I see.
All my Brazilian family and friends. No, actually, none of them did. None of them got tickets, and we've got very, very, very small guest list. So I'm just going to have to get the guitar out at Christmas, I suppose, instead of for them, you know, to hear the songs instead of being able to come to the show. But yeah, no, it's great. It's good. It's good. I mean, that's a nice thing.
And since it was that good, do you think that there's going to be future dates, future concerts?
Well, yes, we're talking about that with my friend Miguel, who kind of he's how can I? Yeah, he's a producer. I don't know what you call him. He's kind of my manager in Brazil and overseer, confidant. You know, he fixes my guitars when they need fixing, and you know, he does all that kind of good stuff for me that I can't do. But yeah, we're talking about it, and we were talking about maybe doing some more shows later in the year. Which would be great, you know. I mean, I live here, so it's easy for me to, you know, come and play a show. You know, come into São Paulo and do a couple of shows and then go home to the country.
Yeah. Since you mentioned that, you've been here in Brazil about 8 years, right?
Yeah, 8 or 9 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 years. And why the choice? You live in Águas de São Pedro, right?
Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, near. Yeah.
And did you move over there because you just enjoy the city?
No, I mean, basically, my wife's Brazilian.
Yeah.
And we were here on our first anniversary, actually, of our wedding. We were here in Brazil, and we went up to Campos do Jordão. Yeah, and we thought, this is very nice up here, you know. And we thought, why don't we live in Brazil? Because at that point, actually, we were of no fixed abode. I had a house in California, but I was renting it out, and now, so I was kind of living between California, the UK with friends and family, and then here in São Paulo with Cincha's family. And we thought, this is, you know, I mean, I would want to hear a CD, and I think, where's this CD? What continent is it on? So I kind of thought, I'd like to get them all onto one place, you know. So we decided to live in Brazil. We went. A friend of ours recommended that area, Águas de São Pedro, because his father lives out there, and he said, come out with me one weekend. And so we went out there. And we looked at some properties, and the first property we saw was perfect for our needs. So it was like, okay, fine, let's do it. It's great. I love Brazil. I do. I mean, obviously, you know, there's like everywhere else, there's problems, you know, and there's obviously certain parts of the city you don't go to. But where we live out in the country is my little bit of paradise, you know.
Yeah,
it's great.
And from this time in Brazil, have you got a lot of Brazilian music influences?
I wouldn't say so. No, I mean, I don't listen to the radio very much here. I go to shows sometimes, but I kind of old-fashioned. I mean, I kind of listen more and more to older music rather than modern music. You know, I still listen to some modern music, but rather than a lot of modern music, I find quite generic, and I kind of blame things like Pro Tools and auto-tune and quantize technical things for a lot of that generic sound that music now has. And so I tend to go back in time. So I'm kind of listening to music from the 1930s and 20s quite a lot now.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything that you'd like to mention?
Well, just the old kind of Delta blues, you know, and Jimmy Rogers, the yodeler, you know, yodel, you know, that kind of stuff. It's great, you know. It's what I'm into at the moment. But I dare say that will change.
Okay.
I love music. I love listening to music and all kinds of different music. So, you know.
I see. And about the distance between Brazil and UK, you did recently a project with Julian Reagan, right?
Yeah.
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 How's that project? Is there anything new about it?
Yeah, the album came out at the end of last year. I will be selling copies at the show on Saturday, so bring your pennies. Yeah, no, it was a good album, and we enjoyed doing it. But the funny thing about that was we actually were never in the same room. We weren't even on the same continent, you know, because she did it at home in England and I did it here, and we just sent the files back and forth via the internet. And then I ended up mixing the album here at my studio. And we never actually saw each other. We obviously spoke on the telephone and via Skype and via email and stuff, but we never actually were together the whole time we made the record, which is the first. I've never done that before. Yeah. But that album took probably about 2 or 3 years to make because we were all both doing other things. One of the things we said to ourselves was we're not going to put any pressure on. If we want to do it, we do it, and we do it when we feel like doing it. So, you know, it just took a long time to do, but in very real terms, not that long, but just over like a period of 3 years.
It's a good way of doing things.
Yeah, well, it's one way of doing things. I mean, on the other hand, I went to Sweden at the beginning of May and made an album with a poet, a guy called Marcus Biro, and we basically, it's a spoken word album. He narrates his poems, and I just came up with music. I had no tune, so basically we went in and did like 14 tracks in 6 days from scratch. You know, the music was written there and recorded straight away, and it was really a great experience. That's the other opposite end of the way I worked with Julian. And that was really good too. I really enjoyed that. You know, it was very good. And the end result's good.
Is this record going to be in your concert?
No. It's not really. It's not been. It's being mixed actually as we talk. It's being mixed in Sweden.
Yeah.
It'll be out, I think, September, October. But it's all in Swedish, so anybody outside of Swedish, unless you can speak Swedish, it ain't going to make no sense. But it's you know, it's another great experience for me.
Yeah. And I asked you about Julian Reagan. She's the female voice of Severino, right?
Yeah.
Our editor,
yes,
he heard about it.
Yeah.
Immediately asked me to ask you why Severino? Why the name?
Why the name Severino? Well, you know, I've said this story many times before. Yes, Severino. Well, I lived in Liverpool in the 80s. And I lived with a couple who were into things like the Velvet Underground and the Doors and stuff. A lot of that 60s and 70s New York stuff, you know, music. And they had a little baby, and they decided to call the baby Severina after the Severine character in the Venus and Furs song, the Velvet Underground song. There's it's a character in the song. It's actually from the book originally, Venus and Furs. I can't remember who wrote it, but it's an old book, and there's a character, and they obviously being female. Sorry?
Marquise de Sade.
No, it wasn't. It's one of them, but it wasn't Marquis de Sade.
No.
It was another pervert, but not him. No, it wasn't. Anyway, being a female baby, little girl, they added an A on the end that made it Severina. So, I mean, I thought that's a nice name for a song, so I wrote the song. And then we came to Brazil in 1988, I think, first time. And we were playing, you know, we hadn't played Severina for a year or so at that point, and we came here and we didn't realise that it would have been a hit here, you know. So are you playing Severina? No, why? Because everybody's going to want it because it's a hit. It's like, what? Really? So we had to learn it in a sound check and then play it. And then I found out it was a very common girl's name, like up in the north of Brazil, like Jane or Sarah or something, you know, Severine. I was like, oh. Yeah, so there you go.
I see. Oh, sorry about that old question.
No, it's all right.
Well, talking about your solo career again, is there going to be a solo record soon?
Well, I mean, at some point I'd like to do. I have released a solo album called Bear, which was like 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years ago now, actually. But I don't really consider that to be a solo album because that was a mixture of cover versions and mission songs played acoustically. In my own mind, a solo album would actually constitute new songs, you know. So I'd like to do that at some point. But the next project I anticipate working on is actually a new mission record. Funnily enough.
Really?
Yeah.
An exclusive information.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been out playing shows. We went out and played some 25th anniversary shows at the end of last year. And then we continued into this year, and we just recently did a South American tour, played here in Sao Paulo. It was great, actually, good show.
Yeah.
Nice audience. But at the end of the tour, we said, what do you think then? Should we make a new record? And we're like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Because we're enjoying playing together again. And we figure we actually make quite a good noise, you know. I mean, you know, it's what it is. It's big and brash and noisy. It's rock and roll, so let's make a record. So I think the next few months we're going to be spending writing songs, put some new songs together. We have another tour coming up in September, so hopefully we may have 1 or 2 new songs to try and play on the tour.
That's it.
So,
and you're playing in Brazil this tour in September?
No, just Britain and Europe actually. It's just, we're doing some shows in the UK with the Cult and Killing Joke. Yeah, so it's an 80s thing, you know.
I see. Okay, and just to finish, Wayne, I know we already talked about Brazil, but since you've been here for years, do you have a Brazilian team, a soccer team?
I'm obliged, really, to say, because, well, I say I'm obliged. Yeah, I'm obliged to say Corinthians, but everyone goes, oh. When I first came here, it was Sao Paulo because family members were Sao Paulo supporters. But then Sao Paulo beat Liverpool, who were my team, in the World Club thing, you know. And so I was like, don't like Sao Paulo anymore. But to be honest with you, I don't really follow Brazilian football. I like the I like the English football, of course. Although I can't say I like it. It's more like a religion. It's one of those things I have to follow.
I see.
But it's quite often just leaves me distressed and upset, you know.
Okay. So, Wayne, thanks a lot for the interview.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great concert this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Thank you. That's it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about or haven't?
I think I've said enough. I think I've said more than enough.
It was great. It was great. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Really honored to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's been...
Hold on just 1 second, then I will unplug you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think you already unplugged yourself.
No, it's just... Yeah, but...
Yeah.